Welcome back to TAE Time, episode 19. We made it so far. Almost a big 2-0,
Almost, we're slowly getting there, getting closer and
huh?
closer every single day. Well, every single week.
Yeah, exactly. Today we're bringing back the Am I the Asshole series because you know what? Why not? Why wouldn't we? It's a fun series and you guys seem to enjoy it. We seem to enjoy it, so it's a good time.
Yeah, we hope you'll enjoy the stories. As always, we've just seen the title. We haven't actually read the story. So, it's blind. We're all blind in this together.
We're all in this. Okay.
Stop.
Here is the first story. Am I the asshole for yelling at my stepfather when he suggested that he could walk me down the aisle? Here we go. So, 2 weeks ago, I got married to my husband. When I was 6 years old, my mom and dad got divorced, and 3 years later, my mom met and married Fred, who's basically been my surrogate dad. He's been a huge part of our life, and Fred's kids are almost like my siblings. On last minute, my biological dad decided he didn't want to come to my wedding and walk me down the aisle. I got the call while I was getting my makeup done, and I was devastated, needless to say. Fred was in the room with me, and he started comforting me, telling me it would all be okay, and he asked me if you want, I can walk you down. That just rubbed me the wrong way, and I was already a mess emotionally. Fred knew how much I wanted my bio dad to walk me down the aisle, and he just suggested it like it didn't matter at all. Like I hadn't just gotten my heart broken, and I just snapped and told him that he was selfish and told him to get out. Fred left, and one of my uncles ended up walking me down the aisle. My mom only heard about mine and Fred's fight after the wedding, and she's now pissed off at me, telling me that I overreacted and that I needed to apologize to Fred, even though I was just frustrated and he had suggested something totally out of left field. My mom told me that I was just selfish and apparently I'm ungrateful. But I feel like his suggestion was completely wrong and that I don't need to apologize, but I don't want to make things worse by not apologizing. So, did I do something wrong? Am I the asshole?
Oh, that is a crazy story. To be honest, I don't know how she could justify not apologizing. Do you get me?
Mm-hmm.
Like like what age was Fred there from? Did it say like 3 years
Six?
older? Six
I think
years
it was
old.
six.
Okay, so I assume she's much older now because she's
Mm-hmm.
getting married. So obviously, like Fred can't replace her real father in her eyes. But like, as far as Fred seeing me, he's like, I've been there since you're six. I've tried my best, and it's not like oh, I'm the right choice. It was like hey, I see how devastated you are. I know how much you wanted this,
Mm-hmm.
and because it can't happen, would you be okay with me walking you down? Like, obviously, he would feel great about it. And then it's like a situation of like, because he can see how hurt she is. Like, it's like, and he's being like, I'm willing to offer, since he was in the room. Like, it's not a situation where it's like, oh, like her dad was going to walk and he's like, don't go with your dad, go with me instead. It was like,
Mm-hmm.
your dad literally bailed on you last minute, but I'm here if you want. Like I can't see how the fuck she can justify getting mad at that. That's
Yeah, I
ridiculous.
don't know. I think it's even more upsetting that Fred has been there for 19 years, like almost 20 years of her life. And she's still, it's not that she's obviously, it's okay to have a relationship with your biological parents, and I'm really happy that she is, but clearly this guy just flaked on her. So I don't know,
How
how much
good
he
of a
even
dad you think
cared.
he is?
Like, yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. He was just like,
yeah.
sorry, can't make it to your wedding. Peace out. Like, what kind of a dad?
And that I don't know, that's just I think she's definitely the asshole here. Like Fred did nothing wrong. She can't justify not saying sorry. Like that is so disgusting?
Yeah, yeah. I feel so bad for him though, because I feel like their relationship from here on now is gonna be so awkward. Like he's just gonna try to not get in her way anymore and stuff like that.
Yeah, like can you imagine? Like I assume he cares about her. Like if he was willing, like if his first reaction was to be like, "Hey, I'd like to walk you if it's okay with you,"
Hmm.
means he cares about her, and she was like, "No, fuck off."
Yeah, I know, right? It's kind of crazy. No, she's definitely the asshole in my opinion. I feel bad that that happened for her, and I feel bad for Fred even more, to be honest.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
next story we have. Am I the asshole for not wanting to pay my share? So,
Ooh.
in May, I had a double birthday party with another friend of mine. She's kind of tight on money, so I let it slide, even though I was told I would be paid back later. I was under the impression that I would get some money back from my friends who were invited to the house we booked and all the drinks and food that I bought. Not a single person has helped me out when I spent $300 on everything. I was told while planning that they would help me with the house if they're staying, and the person I had the party with would split the bill for snacks, drinks. But again, it is now July and nothing. Now, two of my other friends are doing the same thing, a joint birthday party, and they're asking everyone to pay their share of the room and for the snacks and drinks. I obviously feel like kind of weird about it since basically I paid for mine and other person's birthday and a large expensive house. I don't feel like I was asking for much, and obviously they think it's fair as well since they're doing the same thing. I don't want to complain and seem like a total dick, but am I the asshole for not wanting to pay my share when they didn't do that for me?
Um, One, get new friends, fam. Okay, like people who say they're gonna do something and not do it are an issue. You will see that them continue to do that through different facets of your life for the rest of your life. You know,
Yeah.
but
I
and
wonder
two,
if the girl who was tight on money has now the money to pay for this new party.
oh yeah, exactly. Like I think it's a situation where he shouldn't just the person shouldn't just out of the blue be like, I'm not paying my share. They should
Hmm.
be like, hey guys, because of what happened last time,
Hmm.
I feel like I shouldn't have to pay my share due to X, Y, and Z. I'm not asking you guys to give me the money now, but I'm just saying that because of how it currently stands, I feel like I shouldn't have to pay. And if they want to call him a dickhead or whatever, he's like, all right, then I just won't go, you
Hmm.
know? Because honestly, he's not the asshole in the situation. The fact that the friends have the audacity to do that after they already agreed that they would, because it would be a different thing if they never agreed, right? But they
Yeah.
already agreed that they would. And then they're like, okay, we will. They don't. And then after the fact, they're like, okay, new party, everyone start paying. You're like, no, go fuck yourself, please. Thank you.
But here, see, because she says, I was under the impression that I would get some money back from my friends.
Hmm.
Is
But
that agreed upon, or is
but
she like,
the thing is, later on, didn't she say that her friend said that they would go have some of the snacks, and then everyone else said that if they stayed the night, they will pay.
yeah, I guess.
So there, I assume I'm going under the assumption there was some form of an agreement
Yeah.
already.
I feel like I would just ask for the money beforehand. Like, you just ask before you pay for anything because, or like straight
Yeah,
away, like after you paid for it, not like don't wait around.
exactly. Because like you just end up in a scenario there where it's like you're asking for the money after the fact. If you don't have a good group of friends, it's just so tedious.
I know it's kind of sad. I kind of feel bad because, like I said, I wonder if that girl who's like tight on money now has the money suddenly. And also, she mentioned somewhere in like an update that there was like eight of them or something, and it was like €300 split between them. It's not that bad, you
Oh
know.
yeah, between 8 people, that's really not that bad.
Exactly. Like I mean, I don't, where's the issue?
Where's the issue? Girl, you are not the asshole. Your friend group, you need to fix that.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. I
Mm.
agree with you. Moving on to the next story then. So, am I the asshole? My wife wants a bigger ring after 5 years. My wife and I got engaged, and I paid cash for her engagement ring. I didn't have a set amount I wanted to spend, but her ring just under 1 carat. The ring is beautiful, and I spent a long time on the details. It isn't huge, but she has a tiny hand, so it actually really is proportional. I was never thrilled about the idea of supporting the diamond industry, but I understand cultural symbolism and like shiny things myself. Now that we have more money, she wants to get a new engagement ring. Since we were more limited in funds a few years ago, her belief is that we should get her a ring more in line with what we can afford now. It always ends in an argument. It kind of rubs me the wrong way, and she says I'm an asshole about it because I'm making it out to be that she is materialistic or only wants it for status, or even just to feel better about herself, which is still an issue in my mind. Her case is that she will wear it forever until we change income brackets, probably. And why shouldn't it be something nicer? Am I the asshole for not wanting to do this or pointing out that it is compensating image related? It feels like she just thinks she can upgrade it away, and then she's wearing a ring that isn't even the one I gave her. And it isn't because she lost it or it was damaged, but just because she wants something better. Honestly, it grosses me out, and then I am so put off, I kind of become an asshole that feels unappreciated.
Bro, drop that woman. Drop that woman and run right now for the hills, please. Brother, listen to me right now. Run. No, like, honestly,
Hmm.
people, like, I don't care what she says, it's absolutely materialistic. Absolutely
Hmm.
materialistic. How can you be like, hey, now that we have more money, let's upgrade this ring real quick, you know? Like, there's, like, is there no sentiment behind the original ring for you? Like,
Hmm.
what? You know, it's literally not about, you can go from both of you being broke and he gave you like a small ring to both of you becoming millionaires together. And it doesn't, you still keep the small ring because you're like, I feel like that has more value because you're like, oh my God, like, look at where we came from. We got it together. We did this together. And it's just a constant reminder of, I've been there since the start with you and we've always been together. And this is a show that despite how
Hmm.
little we had, you still gave me a lot of as you could, you know, because you love me. What? Why are you just throwing that away?
I
I
don't
don't.
think she's an asshole for it though.
This is
I
where
don't
the
know.
true materialistic woman is coming out. Oh, good to
No, I
know,
don't.
Nicoletta.
No, I don't think she's an asshole for it. I think it's okay to have like different change in taste or whatever. Like, look, here's a comment here that I'm gonna read out. So, I think you're the asshole. You have so many ideas and opinions about this damn ring, it's ridiculous. It doesn't even affect you in any way. Your wife is the only one wearing it every day, and she expressed wanting to change it to a different one she likes better, or upgrading it, as you say. It's been 5 years, her tastes have changed, and maybe she just wants something different, possibly a bigger one. Why doesn't matter? Why are you kicking up such a big fuss? Turn the old one into a necklace and let her do what makes her happy. Do you not want her to have a ring she's happy to wear every day? And like, I think it's a bit extreme though. Like, I think this is a bit like, pushing him out to be the asshole. I don't think he's the asshole either, and I don't think she's the asshole. I think they both make valid points, but I don't think that there's any, like, I hear so many stories of people always upgrading their rings after 5-10 years, or whatever. And like, it is a thing, because like, say if you buy someone like an engagement ring, like,
Yeah.
in the 90s, whatever, and by now there's so many different trends and so many different rings, and if you can afford a better ring, you're gonna, like, you're gonna look around and be like, hey, we've been together
I
for 10 years.
understand that. I really do. But I guess maybe coming from me, someone who's like, I'm very sentimental with things that people give me. Like,
Hmm.
I see them with real sentimental value because what matters isn't the thing, like the price of the thing or how the thing looks. It's about the fact that I got this for X reason. You get me?
Hmm.
And that's kind
Yeah.
of like how I deem things. So I feel like people who like, especially for something as an engagement ring, which is such a special moment, like I
Hmm.
don't think it's really about fashion. Like obviously at the time you tried to make the best decision fashionably for them, like you know what they're into. But at the same time, I feel like regardless of anything, I'd keep it. Even if it's not a situation of me wearing, I'd keep it because I love it. And I feel like if she wants a different ring, it's
Hmm.
on to her to buy that ring. Do you get me? Like,
Okay.
I feel like it's a situation of, okay, I understand that your tastes have changed and so on and so forth. Well, I hope you're keeping the original ring somewhere close, you know, because it's sentimental value.
Hmm.
But at the same time, if you literally want a different engagement ring because of stylistic choice, you should be the one to buy that because of stylistic choice. Like if I
Hmm.
want a nice ring to wear stylistically, I wouldn't ask you, Nicoletta, to go buy me that ring stylistically.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like you should be the person in charge of replacing an engagement ring. And I understand it might sound frugal, but for me, it's not even coming from a point of frugality. It's coming from a point of like, once again, sentimental value. And if you're trying to just be like, oh, this new engagement ring is not the original I got, I just want it because it looks better, or like,
Hmm.
you know, we are in a better financial situation. Yes. And so, but it represents the original one I actually have. So you should be the one to get that. Like I like if he wants to get it for you, that's fine. But I don't think it's on to him to get it for you, if you understand me.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I don't know, because I guess it's their money together, so it's like,
Well, it sounds like she's
when
asking
we
that
get
he
this.
should buy it for her, not that it's like whatever shared pool of money.
I think she mentioned she wanted to upgrade it. So it's like, oh, could we upgrade it or something?
Yeah,
I
but
don't
like,
know. Like I agree in that, like, I would place a lot of sentimental value on it, but then again, because I'm picky with jewelry, I want to discuss which one I want with you before you even ask. Like, I want to know what it looks like, and I think that's one way to fix it. It's like, hey, I
yeah,
don't want something expensive, something crazy. If like, I want something simple, so it's not always in my way, and like, I want to talk to you about that, and be like, hey, let's pick this one. It doesn't
yeah,
matter, like, it's the fact that, like, like you said, there's sentimental value there, and like, for me, it's like we picked it out together, and I think that's a really cute activity all on its own. And it's about, like, the moment, and like how you do it, and like when you do it, and like how you feel, blah blah blah. I think there's a lot more than just the ring itself, but
yeah,
I can see how some people, they would want an upgrade over the years, maybe, or they're no longer like it, or maybe at the time, I don't know, some people just place some importance on this. And
yeah. I'm
you
gonna say it
know
right now. Any person, I don't care. You can hate me all you want. I'm the villain in this scenario. Any person who is materialistic enough to want a different ring, like just for the sole purpose of like the one that I had before was small, and I want one more that's more flashy now. I'm more expensive and bigger, carrots,
okay,
everything.
hang on,
You
hang on,
know,
hang on.
you have the
But
problem.
do you think it's okay for people to not like jewelry, though, like that they've
Yeah,
been gifted? So
I
why
think
is
it's
that a
perfectly
problem?
fine.
What if he
Like
just
as in
doesn't
like that.
like the ring?
I think it's that's one of those things that as in like you should have thought about at the very start. Like, like if she had told him at the very start that she doesn't like the ring, they like literally like a lot of jewelers, you just go in, return it, you can replace it for a different one, and stuff like that. You
Yeah,
guys
but
could
I
have
don't
worked like
know, maybe,
but
like, I don't know, maybe he just couldn't afford anything else.
I don't know. Like I just feel like honestly, yeah, like when it comes to that, like I have my mom got a new engagement ring. I'm pretty sure your mom got a new engagement ring too. Like, like there's nothing wrong with that. But like my mom got a new engagement ring because her old one, they had to cut it off her finger because it was stuck,
Hmm.
and she got a new one there a few years ago that she bought herself because she liked it, you know, just to symbolize the other thing. I think situations like that make
I don't
sense.
think it's on the woman, though. I don't think it's on her. I
Oh
think
yeah,
I still think it,
I
it
know,
can
but
be
what I'm
a.
saying is like my mom bought it because she wanted it, right? And like my dad was like, "Oh yeah, I can pay for you if you want." She's like, "No, she's grand." But like and stuff like that. I think it's a situation of like as you kind of said, this is something that people really need to do. It's kind of something we talk about in relationships. Like a lot of people get married to people that they don't really know if they really want to get married to properly, right? They just jump into it,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
like everyone always gives me flack, going like, "Oh my god, you've been dating Nicoletta for 8 years and you guys are married. Shut up." But it's a situation about I think you really need to know the person you get married and you need to both be on the same page. Like
Yeah,
if it's a fact, like as you said, I think going to look at the ring together is a very good thing. But you both need to be like so strong and be like, yeah, we're gonna get married. And then she's not in a rush for you to marry her. She just knows you're gonna marry her. And then you both look for the ring and it like happens when it happens. That makes
yeah.
more sense than
I think there's a lot of different, like, things to that, because, like, we both know, like, a lot of people aren't that understanding or whatever. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, I don't, you choose a ring and do it good and do better and all this and that. And the partner then has no idea what, the girl likes, or whatever, which way you're going to propose. They have no idea what their
yeah,
partner likes, and you end up with this ring that you hate, because, like, say for example, some people hate, like, heart-shaped jewelry, right? So you get them heart-shaped jewelry, and they hate it so much. Like, you can't force them to wear it.
yeah,
Do you know what I
exactly.
mean?
Like for
Like, there's.
example, like even in our scenario right now, I know Nicoletta does not want a diamond ring. She hates diamond. She
Yeah.
wants a moissanite ring. Like she does not want a diamond ring at all because she's like, I don't support that. I'm not gonna go out here and I'll just buy her a diamond ring after she's
Hmm.
clearly told me. But I have that information. If I didn't know that information, then I would end up in a scenario where I bought a diamond ring. She's like, no.
I'm not putting that on my finger. You're like, well, what do I do? Yeah, no, I think it's
Yeah.
so important to discuss these things beforehand. And I don't know. I don't think either of them are assholes. I think it's okay to have both perspectives. I just think
I think she's the
communication
asshole.
was a bit whack. Okay,
I think she's
that's
the asshole.
that's fine. That's
All you
fine.
women can hate me in the comments. I don't care. She's the asshole.
Send us some nasty Instagram messages. I'll send it to him then after. Okay, let's move on to the next story. Am I the asshole for not giving my boyfriend a bigger allowance? Despite everything getting better, my boyfriend lost a job last month, and when the store he was working at finally went under, we took a look at our finances and I can support us by myself through things, though things would be a bit tight. My boyfriend asked if he could try and see if he could accomplish his dream of becoming a YouTuber, streamer, podcaster. I said yes for 6 months. If he can show that he made a decent amount of money in 6 months, great. He can continue to do it. But if not, he needs to get a job. He agreed to these terms. Now he has been busting his ass and he hasn't been a full month yet in, but clearly he's trying. He posts every day, streams every day, is constantly editing and recording and editing for other podcasters as well for his own. And so he's hustling. The issue is that I give him weekly allowance to have fun with. It's not a lot, only $50 a week, but that's what we can afford at the moment. Now, let me make this clear. All bills are paid, there's food in the house, there's gas in the cars, everything is covered. This $50 a week is entirely for fun. However, he says is that it's not enough, that he needs more in order to go out with the boys, get drinks, or order lunch. I also give myself $50 a week, but I'm more on the nerdy side. I like cooking, my friends and I get together for game nights, D&D, potlucks, those kinds of things, whereas my boyfriend prefers bars and clubs with his friends. I told him no, that it would cut more into our budget when things are already tight, but he said it wasn't fair that I was able to have fun and enjoy myself in the way that I wanted to and still have money left over for video games and drinks, while his is gone every week. Am I the asshole here?
Girl, girl, Miss Ma'am, listen here, okay? Bro, you are supporting this man for him to pursue his dreams for 6 months while you bust on your ass, right?
Mm-hmm.
One, major fucking props to you. All
Mm-hmm.
right. Two, if you can survive on $50 a week, he has no right in any world to complain about him using $50 a week for fun, bro. You're paying for everything already. All he's doing is, bro, get cheaper hobbies. Get cheaper
Yeah.
hobbies. Like she's literally giving you money for free while also supporting you for you to pursue your dreams. While she's probably doing something that she might not want the most because she's just trying to make ends meet for both of you at the same time. No way. He's not worth
Yeah.
your time,
I'm
honestly.
sorry, but the fact that they it's called allowance though. Ugh. Like, oh my god, what is he? Is he 10? Clearly he acts like he's 10.
Nicholas, like that gives me the ick.
It literally ick. Like allowance. A grown ass man. And the fact that it's her boyfriend, not her husband, I would never. Girl, run.
Man, she's
Run.
she's doing wifey stuff on a girlfriend salary, and
Yeah.
he's doing boyfriend stuff
No
on a husband
salary.
salary.
No salary for her. I'm sorry. She gets nothing.
She's doing too
Absolutely
much.
nothing. No, she
Man's
is.
not worth
I
your
think so bad.
time. Like honestly, like I give her major props for even just like Nicola would love if I could do that for her. Like, okay, just for 6 months, support me while
No,
and I'm
absolutely
like, shut up.
not. No, I would not. I hate that.
Nah,
Like, I love being able to do my own thing. And also, if I don't have a
exactly.
routine, I just get lazy anyway. So,
Man's get your woman's like that. You don't gotta support her through that. But don't listen to that. It's cap. I still spend so much money on her. Just saying.
okay, but I don't, it's unsolicited, okay? I
It's
don't have.
unsolicited. Air quotes. Unsolicited.
It is. I don't request anything. Um,
Unsolicited.
this ends up being like $200 a month, though, like just to spend, which is, I think, is
For
pretty
fun.
good.
If he was good at saving, he would freaking save that money instead and put it towards his freaking supposed streaming career.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
Yeah, exactly. I actually wonder, like, where is all his equipment from? Like, did she buy that
Probably
too,
her.
or
Probably her.
can you imagine? He's like, hey, I want to pursue this, and then he's like, yeah, I also need all the equipment, by the way.
Yeah, it's like just give me a few $1,000 there, fam.
That's crazy. I don't know. I don't know, man.
That's absolutely matters, honestly. Like she's the real hero in this story.
Oh,
You are a
absolutely.
hero of the day.
Absolutely. I wouldn't even call him an asshole. I'd just be like, no, just leave. He's a whole red flag. Like, he's a
Yeah,
red flag.
no. Grown ass man on an allowance. Like it makes sense if she was like a millionaire and like that's his sugar mama. Okay, allowance
Yeah.
makes sense. But no, bro. She's in a bit of a bad situation and you're still getting allowance. What are you doing, bro?
I hate that he says that, oh, you still get to have fun however you want with your money. Like, hello, sir?
Hello. Like she's and thing is she's surprising that same $50 a week, the same amount. And she has money left over. Dude, get better hobbies, bro.
He's like, I like to go partying with my friends.
Drinking and
Like,
partying is not a hobby.
yeah, no,
Waste of
literally.
space.
Or like ordering lunch. Make your own lunch. What? You don't have a
Jeez.
job, you don't get to talk.
Yeah, man. There's food at home.
Yeah.
Like you drive past McDonald's. Can we have McDonald's? No, there's McDonald's at home.
Dude, she's buying it all anyway. She has all the right to say that.
Yeah.
But okay, let's move on to the next story. Am I the asshole for trying to help my daughter to lose weight? I'm a 34-year-old male and I have a 12-year-old daughter we'll call Susan. She's a wonderful child, and when I met her mom, I did my very best to get to know Susan because her dad isn't in the picture and he has no desire to be. I officially adopted her the day of our wedding and surprised her with so she knew I was now her dad and she was my daughter. Susan is normally an active kid, but since COVID and now summer break, I've noticed she will stay on the couch all day watching TV, playing video games, or just do much of nothing. Because of this, she's gaining very noticeable weight. I spoke to my wife about it, but she says Susan is fine and it's summer, so it's okay if she wants to watch TV and eat junk food. I get that, but I don't want Susan to develop an unhealthy habit. So I created the father daughter walk to get her moving a bit. We talk about the day, what's going on, things we'd like to do, and so on for 30 minutes. Slowly, I turned the walk into a jog and then a run. Susan struggled some at first, but now she can keep up with me. I love it since she is getting a bit of a workout every day and I get to spend time with her. Well, my wife isn't happy. She confronted me saying I was fat shaming her daughter and forcing her to exercise when she's a kid. Kids are supposed to watch TV and eat junk food. She's telling Susan she doesn't have to come for a run with me, buys large amounts of Susan's favorite snacks, and is encouraging her to binge watch TV and just be a kid. She says I'm trying to push the lifestyle habits onto my daughter, and I'm embarrassed of her. It's led to a couple of arguments, and now she's saying she might send Susan to go stay with her grandparents for the rest of the summer. I'm just trying to help her become more active. Am I the asshole?
Bro, real talk. Did Susan complain to you, ma'am? It doesn't sound like Susan was complaining.
She's
Like
complaining on
if
Susan's behalf.
like it doesn't sound like if Susan went because the reason I say that is because if Susan went from a casual walk to
Mm-hmm.
starting running to keep up with this grown ass man,
Mm-hmm.
bro. I don't think Susan's complaining. It sounds like Susan's putting her fucking work, bro. Like it sounds like she's putting in the effort. Like why you speak on Susan's behalf, bro?
And the fact
On
that she
God,
goes every day, clearly she likes it. Kids don't just
yeah.
do things they don't like.
People, yeah, exactly. People do not do things they don't like. He's like, and even if she was to do things, she would not be running, you know? Like, if you really hated it, you would just be like casually walking the entire time and they'd never move past that because she hates it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't force someone to get good at running. They have to be willing to put the effort to get good at running.
Yeah.
Anyone who runs knows that for a fact. Like, you
Facts,
know?
yeah. I really really dislike the way the mom said that. Oh, she's teaching her habit. He's teaching her habits or something. These are very good habits to get into as
Exactly.
a teen. Like I don't
It's so
understand.
bonding as well. Like you're like he's having a great time with her. He spends time with her, and
Hmm.
she's like when she's growing up, these are the things she's gonna look back and be like. She's not gonna remember her mom letting her sit on the couch and binge eat because her mom
Hmm.
is even in the picture. Then it's just
Hmm.
her and the TV. What she remembers is, damn, my dad is so cool. I used to have such a good time always running with him, and I am the person like healthy wise I am now today because of those things he took, and she'll think so greatly of him, you know?
Absolutely, absolutely. I agree with you. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, no. Susan's mom, shut the fuck up, please.
I
It's
hate
like
the
I'd like
way.
to know. I would like to know if Susan's mom is fat or if she's like okay, because that would literally be like if she's let's say she herself is fit, it's as if she's trying to get her kid to be fat, so she stays like that. Or if she is fat, she wants her kid to be the same as her because she doesn't want to feel left out.
Yeah, there's so many things I hate about this. Like the fact that, oh, she's just re-encouraging this whole like sitting on the couch and binge watching stuff and eating junk and then buying a bunch of it. Like, what kind of a parent? Like, come on. It's okay to let them relax and whatever, but it's completely encouraging an unhealthy lifestyle. How is that better?
No, like that's absolutely like it's as if she doesn't want the best for her kid. It's like, oh, she's youthful. She should just be sitting on the couch enjoying herself playing video games. This is what she's going. No, bro, making mad gains and becoming super active are things you remember later on in life. Like, yes, video games are enjoyable. Take it from someone who is addicted to them, but at the same time, what she's gonna think back on is is like this good time she had with her father. You know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of sad. I
and
feel
also
bad for Susan.
30 minutes every day, please. Come on.
It's I don't know, it's so good. And like you said, they're bonding, they're really bonding. And I think it's so important because it's not her biological dad and whatever. And clearly this is a very good, you know dad. Like he's really trying to be there. And
Exactly.
onto the next story, we see how an adoptive parent is not as good. So that's a pretty good segue. Okay, am I the asshole for telling my wife to bring my youngest daughter with her? I have two daughters, Elise and Addie. Addie is also my wife's daughter, and Elise is from a previous relationship. Elise used to only visit every other weekend, but 2 years ago her mom died and she moved in with us. Since then, my wife has taken Elise out once a week to get lunch, dinner, and shop, or get their nails done, or go to the beach, as well as taking Elise out for ice cream or hot cocoa after her therapy sessions. My wife takes Addie out, but not as much as Elise, and when they go out, it's usually just to go to the park, then for ice cream or to the zoo. They're planning an overnight trip to a beach town a few hours away for Elise's birthday, and Addie's upset that she doesn't get to go, so I told my wife to bring Addie with her. My wife said Addie wouldn't like most of the stuff they do together, and even if she did, all of her attention would be on Addie making sure she doesn't run off or get hurt. I told my wife that Addie's upset about not getting to go out with them and she needs to make it fair, but she snapped and said that Addie gets the majority of her attention every day, and this is her making it fair to Elise. She left and is refusing to talk about this again, so I wanted to know if I was the asshole.
Okay, so Addie is both of their child, and Elise is your man's child from a previous relationship.
No, Addie is. Wait a minute. That
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
make
yeah.
sense, does it?
It is. That's what I said at the
Yeah,
start.
yeah,
That
yeah. So
Addie.
Addie's both of theirs, and Elise is from a previous relationship.
Okay, I think the mothers just can kind of tell, like that womanly instinct, motherly instinct, that she can tell that Elise just needs that extra support, especially since Elise might feel like an outsider since that's not her own mom, and she wants to be there for her.
Yeah.
I'm like, I assume like she's not neglecting Addie. Like, come on, I obviously she sees both of them as her kids, but like
Mhm.
Addie's literally her blood. You get me?
Yeah.
You know,
I
I'm
got
sure
this
she's
mixed
not.
up. I thought it was the other way around. I was like, what?
Oh yeah, I Addie is literally her blood, so it's like one
Yeah.
of those things that she's definitely not neglecting her. I think she knows what Addie is like and what Addie likes and what
Hmm.
doesn't. Addie might feel a bit neglected because some extra time is being spent on Elise, but it sounds like it's extra, like external free time, not like
Hmm.
Addie's time. And
I want to just say
maybe,
this because I don't think I mentioned, but Addie's 4 years old and Elise is 15, and I think
oh
that's
my,
really important.
that is so important. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I think, I think it's perfectly fine for her to go with Elise alone because, like, a 4-year-old child requires all your time.
Yep.
It really does. They really do. So there's no way they can go on this little like holiday together for bonding and like she wouldn't be able to be stuck with Addie the entire time, especially since she's 4. No, for sure. I think the mother is completely in the right here. Honestly,
Hmm.
I think he should be a lot more understanding, especially since he's Elise's literal dad.
Yeah.
I think he should be able to see that, especially with the age difference. Like it's a lot harder for teenagers to, like, see another new parental figure as their actual parent. And it looks like this mom is putting in the work for her to feel like that. And I don't know why he's like trying to, like, kind of like destroy, not destroy that, but like get in the way of it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so strange, isn't it?
Yeah, you think he'd know better, honestly, because like Addie's 4 years old, bro. Like, there's no way she can go on this little thing and like do anything. She just, like, the mom will literally be spending the entire time minding her, and at least won't get any attention. And at least we just feel like neglected, when she's
Mm-hmm.
been putting in all this effort. I'm sure Elise would actually be understanding, to be honest, at this stage. But you're just better off, just doing it.
Exactly. I think as a parent, you should like really see this though. Like, does your biological daughter, your current wife is doing their absolute most to make sure that they're okay, whatever, and you're upset that she's not bringing the 4-year-old along. Really?
Like, bro, come on. I don't think he's an asshole. I think he's just ignorant. As in,
Yeah.
like, or ignorant is a harsh word. I think oblivious is a better word. I think the issue is I think he's like, oh, he's worried that Addie will feel neglected, but obviously Addie's not going to feel neglected. She's 4 years old, bro. And the thing is, I think he needs to understand that Elise definitely needs this, because
Mm-hmm.
like when Elise is 20, she's gonna be like, yeah, that's my mom, and that's the person I call my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Where and this is really important.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. I think he needs to really think things through a little bit more.
Fully
Talk to
agree.
his wife.
Talk to your wife, fam. Trust her
Yeah,
instincts, fam.
exactly. Her motherly instincts.
Hmm.
On to the next story. Am I the asshole for not listening to my husband complain about his job? So, hubby hates his job, hates the commute, hates the tax bracket he's in, and generally comes home daily saying he can't wait to retire. 2-hour round trip commute, 50 plus hours a week. He was offered a work from home job, making a little less money, doing basically what he's doing now, but in a computer. 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. He took the job and we both were excited. I work from home too, so that means we'd actually see each other during the week. I arranged an office for him, got their internet upgraded, did all the groundwork for his new office. He ultimately turned the job because his current boss said how much he, the boss, would miss my husband. Boss talked flowery and sweet, talked him into staying. My reaction was to tell hubby that because he chose to stay at his job that he hates instead of making changes to be happier, then I don't want to hear about his horrible days anymore. No taxes, no politics, no complaining, no co-workers, none of it at all. I shush him anytime he starts. I've supported him throughout health problems, through cross-country move due to job loss, and through any crisis he or his family has had. I drew the line. Am I the asshole?
Nope. Nope, 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 nope. He had a chance. He had a chance to change the job he kept shitting on. And he said, no, you cannot shit on the job in front of her anymore. You can hate it, but do not say it to your wife,
Mhm.
bro, you are shitting on it. Yes, okay, maybe it's a little bit less money, right? But it's remote work, so you don't need
Yeah.
as much money because you're not paying spend as much for commute and anything as
Hmm.
much anymore,
Two
right?
hours a day, like it's a lot.
Yeah, like 2 hours a day is long, fam. Like that's a lot of fuel. Like, bro, I drive a few hours a day and I have to put like 40 € worth of gas into the car. Like, come on, bro, trust.
Yeah,
Don't
no,
do
for
that.
real.
Don't like you cannot complain. Like if he's upset that he can't complain, well, shut up. Shut up. You let your
And it
boss sweet
seems like
talk
he's
you.
working a bit less too, because she said like 50 plus hours a week, but now he only works like 8 hours a day, 5 days a week.
He would have, yeah, he would have worked 8 hours a day. So that would
Okay.
have, it would have literally been like 10 hours plus less.
Yeah, yeah,
Bro,
yeah,
you have no right to complain, bro. Shut up.
yeah.
Shut up.
What does he mean by takes a tax bracket?
I
What's that?
assume he's like maybe, was it a computer job? Oh, wait, no, it does.
Yeah.
Remote work from home was a computer job. The other job, I assume he's like some kind of high salary person. So he's on the highest tax bracket,
Oh, okay.
you know.
God, this guy literally really bothers me right now.
Like I think it was justified at the start, but when he had the other option and literally like it was given to him, like it's not like he didn't get offered the position. He offered, but he took it down. I mean, said no because he of the boss sweet talking him, bro. Like the
Mm.
boss trapped you, bro. You're dumb. He played you, fam.
Oh, he definitely played you. Like, if you think he's gonna stay like that until the rest of your contract, you're delusional. It's
Yeah, it's
absolutely not gonna
super
happen.
delusional.
Also, like, I hate that, like, he waited until, like, the wife set up everything at home. Like, she just set
Yeah,
up the
like
whole
what the
desk,
fuck?
office, everything. And I'm like, bro, why you do
Make
that?
all this. Make up your mind, bro. Shut your mouth.
But, like, on that note, I think remote work is such a blessing in today's world. Like,
Yeah.
so many people have been able to get jobs remote and save a lot more money. And I think it's a really good thing that we're
Yeah.
seeing.
Essentially, I think it's one of those things that if like you're declining remote work because of the salary, it has to be a big difference. Like I think what you need to do is calculate how much it normally costs you to commute to work and then all those differences and then see like, okay, is the difference equal to how much I was spending or
Mhm.
is it more than how much I was spending? I'm like so like let's say you were spending 10K a year for all the stuff, whether it's like having to live closer, XYZ, and like commuting and then the salary decrease was like 10K, then it's like a flip of a coin as to whether you want that 10K or not, you know?
Mhm.
But then the other situation of if it's like 20K decrease versus the 10K, you're like, I'm better off just staying
Yeah.
in my normal job because, that's an extra 10K I'd be losing. Well, yeah, no, like it's all these, you gotta really cost analyze that shit, bro.
Yeah, no, you do. I don't know. I wish he took it. Like, I mean, being home with his wife more and everything would have been another bonus. Because I assume she doesn't see much of him. But
Yeah, because she's working remote full time, so she only sees him in the evenings when he gets back then.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, on to the last story of today. Am I the asshole for not giving up my 7 a.m. beer whiskey slash whiskey? I will preface this. I'm not an alcoholic, nor do I believe I have a drinking problem. There are no children involved here. I work shifts. My working week will end with 2 or 3 overnight shifts, so from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. After my last shift for the week, I like to have a beer or a whiskey or two and chill on the couch watching crap on YouTube for an hour before bed. This just happens to be at about 7 a.m. Other than that, I will drink perhaps once more on my days off. My partner gets up for work at 7 a.m. and regularly will complain about me drinking in the morning. I don't see an issue with it. Couple of days back, she staged an intervention with her friends and some of my family to get me to stop drinking and really focus on my drinking in the morning, calling me an alcoholic and saying I have a problem. I said it's no different than her having a drink after work on Friday with her colleagues. She thinks somehow it's different because of the time. I disagree. I have refused to stop drinking at 7 a.m. My partner, her family, and friends have called me an asshole and all sorts of names over this, and I don't see her point of view. Am I the asshole for not stopping drinking?
This is sticky one still. Okay, because we need more information. Are you actually drinking every day and you're not telling us?
No, no,
Like,
no, no. I think
or
he said
it's
he's drinking only at the end of his work week,
yeah,
so
he
that
said
means on
only at the end of the
Friday.
week and on his days off. Okay. But one, we don't know the extent of how much he's drinking. But
Well,
like,
no,
because
he said one beer or whiskey, or kind
I
of both.
understand. I know. But the thing is, he can say that. Like, I have a friend who says he doesn't drink that much, but then I live with him and he drinks a fuck ton. So, like, once again,
Okay,
what
but hang
once,
on. We need to take the information as it's given to us, right?
yeah,
We
that's what I was
can't
gonna say.
we can't take his word
So,
for it.
at the stage as the information is given to us, he is definitely not in the wrong here. Once again, a 7 a.m. beer is still equivalent to a freaking 7 p.m. beer.
Yeah.
It just happens to be that he works overnight. He does
Hmm.
it, goes to bed, has a good time. It's just a little thing to take off the edge, for him to relax his brain and stuff like that.
Yeah,
That's fine.
exactly. I agree.
Nothing wrong with that. Like the time does not matter. It's about the sequence of events that occurred before that. Like if he had just woken up and had a beer at 7 a.m., that is a problem. But he was up all night. So his morning might as well be night for you.
Yeah,
Same thing.
exactly.
You
I think,
know?
like, do you know so many people like even have like, oh, a glass of wine or a beer with their meals or something, and that's completely acceptable. But my man has it like once a week at the end of his working week, and it's a problem.
Yeah,
Really?
no, that's long. That's a long thing. Like I think his wife needs to chill the fuck out. It's really not that deep. Like, but then if we're not taking the information in hand and low key, he's plowing through motherfucking beers on then and on his day off, then maybe it's justified. But as it
Nah,
currently
we can't do
stands,
that.
it's
We
not
can't do that.
justified.
We have to
It's
take
not
people's
justified.
word for it. I mean, like, come on, all these Reddit stories, we take it as we're given the story, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, no, I agree. I think he's perfectly fine. I think the wife is the asshole in this situation. Bro, you really called it intervention for a man just because he was chilling at the end of his work week? Get off his ass. Leave him
I agree.
alone.
Yeah. Actually, that's a bit extreme, isn't it? Getting his
Yeah, and
family
it's
and
also
friends
disrespectful as hell, man. You called your family, bro. Disrespectful.
and
Disrespectful.
friends, family and friends, to tell them that he's an
Disrespectful.
alcoholic when he's not.
So disrespectful, man. Did that.
So, in my opinion, no, he is not the asshole. She is the asshole, though.
She's the asshole in this scenario, 100%. Are people saying she's the asshole? I hope they're saying she's the asshole.
Yes, some people are
Thank
saying
you.
that yes, she is the asshole, but no, none of them are saying that he's the asshole. They're like,
Yes,
you're
he's
fine,
perfectly
bro.
fine in this scenario.
Okay, I can't imagine working overnight shifts though. It must be so rough.
I think if you're a night person, it's fine for you people.
Mm.
Like the only problem about overnight shifts is it kind of distorts your day because like you have to try still get your 7, 8 hours of sleep, but then you're like, oh, I have to go meet up with my friends because they are all living normal, day lives. So it
Yeah,
makes planning awkward.
yeah, I know for sure. That's it for all our stories today. That's all we got. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we will be back next week. Peace out, gang.
Take care, everyone.